It is time for Maine Guide Mondays, where Maine Guide Catherine Gordon takes us on a tour of the beautiful places around our state.
And there are so many beautiful places.
Yes.
I don't know how she chooses, to be honest with you.
I mean, if she did this like once a day, probably for months, I mean, it would probably take her decades to get through all the good spots to visit
she
in Maine.
knows those hidden gems.
Yes, diamond in the roughs too. Yeah,
we got a lot of them here.
By the way, this week Catherine takes us to Moosehead Lake, one of my favorite places, the region up there, and shows us the first ever fire tower in the nation and much more.
Today, we are in the Moosehead Lake region.
We're taking a look inside the fire warden's camp here, and we're going to take a look inside the first ever in the nation fire tower.
Well, we're going to start first in the warden's cabin. I bet many of you have driven right by this and not even known what it was. It is a replica of a fire warden's camp, and it is on the right-hand side of the road before you go into Greenville at the visitor center. The fire tower watchman lived in the woods in this type of primitive cabin. Now, this cabin had no running water, no refrigeration, and was miles from any road. But what it did have was a phone for timely reporting of fires that was connected on the same line to the fire tower. And the fire tower you see to the right of the cabin is the original tower. It is the very first continually operating fire tower in Maine, and you can walk up right inside of it. This tower was originally on Big Moose Mountain, but they later moved it to the Moosehead Lake Region Visitor Center so that everyone can enjoy it. And once inside, you get beautiful views of the surrounding area, which you can look up on that cool table map and see exactly what it is you're looking at. After checking out the fire tower, continue towards the lake. Moosehead Lake area is beautiful, and especially Mount Kineo. The mountain stands at 1,789 feet over the water and is beautiful. Another site to check out is the B-52 Memorial on Elephant Mountain. It is the crash site of the U.S. Air Force Boeing B-52C that in January of 1963 had turbulence that triggered structure failure, and it crashed into the mountainside. Only 2 of the 9 crew members survived. And after a day of adventuring, everybody was really hungry and tired, so we headed over to the Stress-Free Moose for a little bit of relaxation before we hit the road home, where we saw an actual real live moose, or 2 to be exact, on the right-hand side of the road as we were heading home in the rain. What a joy to see them. I'm Catherine Gordon, and you can follow me on Instagram at my Maine Guide Life.
So here's the deal. So Catherine's watching right now. Catherine, I just want you to know, Christian has lived here for a couple of years now. He's never seen a moose live.
Yes.
And so he's dying to see one. And it seems like you see one every time you go out. So he's like, please, I want to see a moose.
I know. It sounds like maybe that's the spot to go. I know Rangeley and up there by Moosehead Lake, that's going to be the spot, I feel like, to see one.
Go do some leaf peeping.
Yes.
And hopefully some moose peeping.
And some moose peeping, you know, maybe book a night so I get like, a good amount of time up there to like have the opportunity to see one.
I can't believe she saw 2
I know,
moose.
2.
Yes.
I know.
Amazing.
And by the
Really
way,
cool.
the invite is out to go fishing. She went fishing yesterday with friends and family. She caught 1 pike and 3 bass. Her friends and family caught a lot more than that. He said, anytime you, Christian, and Katie want to hop on the boat, throw the line on the water, let me know and she'd take us out.
All right. Yeah, we have to take her up on that offer.
Love it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.